2 people, including a pregnant woman in labor, were killed and 4 others injured in a collision between 2 cars at the Kulim High Tech Park near Kulim earlier today. The dead were identified as 9 months pregnant Mazia Shah 31 and her brother-in-law Muhammad Ghani Abdul Razak 26, Pernama reported. Both died of serious injuries in 627 accident. The injured comprised of 3 other passengers of the car bearing Mazia, including her 2-year-old sons and the 37-year-old driver of the Protosaga they collided with. The car was driven by Muhammad Ghani, while he is on the front right side by the Protosaga. They believe that one of the car didn't stop at the intersection, thus causing the accident. But now they are still continuing with their investigation. They say it is too early for them to make a conclusion. Say, Kulim District Police Chief Superintendent Ahmad Nasir Jaafar.
Welcome back. Taipei, a 5.6 magnitude earthquake struck off the western coast of Taiwan on Monday. The U.S. Geological Survey said and was felt hundreds of kilometers away in Hong Kong. The quake hit around 100 kilometers off the island of Bihun in the Taiwan Seas, at the depth of 13 kilometers of 7.57 am. There were no immediate reports of the casualty or damage. There were local immediate reports of people running outside after the quake was felt in the city of the Mega on Bihun Islands. Taiwan Central Weather Bureau measured the quake at 6.5 magnitude. The Hong Kong Observatory said it had received reports that tremors were felt by residents. The epicenter was 470 km north of the city it at. Taiwan Island lies near the junction of the tectonic plates and is regularly hit by earthquakes. In February, its eastern Hawaiian city was hit by 6.4 magnitude earthquake which killed 70 people. The island's worst disaster in recent decades was 7.6 magnitude quake in the September 1999 that killed around 2,400 people.
Today, we want to know that what is happening at Gaza right now. Okay, first, 4-year-old Palestinian boy died of one from Israel fire. A 4-year-old Palestinian boy has died after being injured by Israel gunfire at the routine protest near the fence with Israel at Gaza. The Ministry of Health spokesperson Ashraf Al-Qidra said that Ahmed Abu Abid died late on Tuesday. Ahmad Abu Abid is 4 years and 8 months, died as the result of one is received last Friday is of Khan Yunis. Ahmad's father, Yasir Abu Abid, told Al Jazeera his son was injured by shrapnel when he was shot during regular Friday protests. My son saved my life, the 30-year-old said. Yasir is a father to 4 other children and has been unemployed for the past 7 years. According to him, Ahmed, who was the youngest among his siblings, insisted on joining his father on December 10. Israel sniper began shooting at the Palestinians as soon as they arrived at the scene in the most random manner. While Yasser was shot in the arm, Ahmed suffered injuries from the shrapnel in his stomach. It all happened so fast, from the moment we arrived until the moment we were shot, and only less than 2 minutes have passed. The Israel Army said on Wednesday it was reviewing the incident while accusing Hamas, the group governing the Gaza Strip, of using the incident as cover for attack, local media report. And lastly, more than 195 Palestinians was killed on that day. The killing of 4-year-old Ahmed followed months of demonstration by Palestinians in Gaza along the fence with Israel. So far, more than 195 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, one of the most densely populated places on earth. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
We will talk about global news. The US city Tel-Aviv, which was formerly named Beirut, began its 65 days of darkness on November 19 and is going to last until January 23, 2019. On the last sunny day of the year, the city only managed to see a total of 64 minutes of sunlight during the day. Tel-Aviv is a city that has a population of around 4,000 and it's located 320 miles above the Arctic Circle. And everyone that's above the Arctic Circle experienced some length of the polar night. Some of the people in the city gathered so that they could celebrate their final sunset of the year by collective watching 30 Days of Night, which is a 2007 movie about the same town being overrun by vampires. During a polar night, like the one that just started there, unfortunately for the residents, the cloudy weather condition prevent them from actually seeing the sunset when the sun was going down for the last time in 2018. But that didn't actually put anyone in a bad mood. The residents were celebrating outside, dressed up for the cold weather in the warm coats they have, trying to take pictures of the last bit of sunlight, eating some great food and joking about the movie they all watch. The long polar night starts at the North Pole on the fall equinox and then slowly starts to spread south towards the Arctic Circle, up until the winter solstice towards the end of December, when it starts to retreat back towards the North Pole. During the polar night, the temperature in this small city that is now in darkness tend to plummet, making the average height during the day of -5 to -10 degrees Fahrenheit. During the cold winter month, meanwhile, the temperature for the night can drop to -10 to -20 degrees Fahrenheit. However, despite the cold weather, the city isn't going to be in complete darkness for the total of 65 days when it comes to the sky. The civil twilight is going to provide them with just enough light to make them able to see any objects that are outside between 3 to 6 hours per day. And during this civil twilight, the sun is actually about 6 degrees below the horizon. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today I want to talk about the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza is a huge pyramid built by the ancient Egyptians. It stands near Cairo, Egypt. It is the oldest of the 7 wonders of ancient world and the only one to remain mostly intact. When it was built, it was 146.5 meters. It was the tallest building in the world for over 3,800 years. When it was built, Great Pyramid was covered by white stones that formed a smooth outer surface. Some of these stones can still be seen around the base. Most of what can be seen of the pyramid now is its basic core of 23,000 blocks of limestone and granite. There have been many different theories to explain how the pyramid was built. Most accepted building ideas are based on the idea of moving huge stones from a quarry and dragging and lifting them into place. Archaeologists found that the pyramid of Giza were not built by slaves, but workers who were paid for working. Their graves were found near the pyramid in 1990. There are 3 known rooms or chambers inside the Great Pyramid. The lowest chamber is cut into the rock on which the pyramid was built. The chamber was not finished. The other two chambers are higher up inside the pyramid. They are called the Queen Chamber and the King Chamber, but these are modern labels as we do not know how the Egyptians were going to use them. The Great Pyramid has two passages, one leading up and the other down. It is the only Egyptian pyramid to have the two passages. The Great Pyramid is a part of a group of buildings called Giza Necropolis. This includes two mortuary temples in honor of Khufu. One is close to the pyramid and one near the Nile. There are three smaller pyramids for Khufu wife. One buildings include an even smaller satellite pyramid and raised causeway which join the two temples. There are other tombs called mastaba, probably for other important people. Thank you.
2017 was an exciting year for technology. On the heels of such an innovative year, business leaders may be asking what innovation to bet big on 2018. We spoke to analysts, executives, and experts throughout the years to ask for their prediction about what will take center stage in 2018. Eric McCarthy, Vice President of B2B Mobile Product Marketing at Samsung Electronics America, predicted that enterprise that in 2018 will continue to focus on emerging trends like VR, augmented reality, and wearables. In 2018, we're finally going to start to see machine learning turn into machine doing, said Ojas Raj, Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer at the Mobile Iron. Founder and CEO of Motivate Design are interested to see how technologies like voice assistant can play the role in business while creating the feeling customers and employers are engaging with real people. As exciting as these technologies are, it is important to consider the potential ethical implication too. The future of mobile is going to require humans to think more efficiently boundaries for ourselves.
The article for today is about our living legend in football, Lionel Messi. Lionel Andres Messi, who was born on 24 June 1987, is an Argentine professional footballer. He is the captain for both his national team and his clubs. Lionel Messi, who plays as a forward, is the current best player in the world and regarded by many as one of the greatest players of all time. The Barcelona's captain has won a record-tying 5 Ballon d'Or awards, which he won 4 of it consecutively, and a huge record of 5 European Golden Shoes Awards. He has spent his entire professional career as a footballer since 2004 with the lucky Spanish club Barcelona, where he has won a total of 33 trophies, including 9 league titles, 4 UEFA Champions League titles, and 6 Spanish Cup titles. Both a prolific goalscorer and a creative playmaker, Messi holds the record for most official goals scored in Spanish league, which is 392 goals, as well as those most assists in Spanish league, which is 156 assists. He has scored over 650 senior career goals for both his club and his country. Thank you.